There is a shift happening in the atmosphere right now, a vibration that only a select few can feel. If you are listening to this, it is because your spirit has already picked up on the signal. We are approaching a threshold, specifically around February 1st, that marks not just a new month, but a definitive spiritual demarcation line. You have been walking through a valley of silence, a season where your efforts seemed to vanish into a void, where your prayers echoed back without an immediate answer, and where the people around you seemed to be speaking a language you could no longer understand. You have felt isolated, perhaps even rejected. But I am here to tell you that this isolation was not an accident. It was an enclosure. It was a divine quarantine designed to protect what is about to be birthed in your life. You are standing on the precipice of a level of abundance and influence that you have never experienced before. But here is the hard truth, the one that nobody wants to talk about because it feels uncomfortable. When you get rich, when the blessing finally lands, you must attention. You need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. Leave every single one of them behind. This is not a suggestion. This is a requirement for survival. We are not just talking about money in your bank account, although that is part of the restoration coming your way. We are talking about rich in the ancient sense, rich in spirit, rich in vision, rich in purpose, and rich in the authority to change your reality. The universe, God, the divine, however you identify the source, is preparing to hand you a mantle of significant weight. And the people who were comfortable with your struggle, the ones who patted you on the back when you were down because it made them feel superior, they cannot carry this weight with you. In fact, if you try to drag them along, they will become the very anchor that sinks your ship before it ever leaves the harbor. Before we go any further, I need you to understand the physics of this spiritual elevation. Imagine a hot air balloon. For it to rise, it must drop the sandbags. The sandbags aren't bad. They served a purpose on the ground. They kept the balloon stable when it wasn't time to fly, but now the fire has been lit. The air is heating up. The call to ascend has been sounded. If you hold on to those sandbags out of guilt, out of nostalgia, or out of a misplaced sense of loyalty, you will burn the fabric of your destiny without ever leaving the ground. You have to ask yourself right now, are you willing to let go of the history to embrace the destiny? If you feel that you are ready to cut the cords and ascend, I want you to like this video right now. It's a small signal to the universe that you are paying attention. Let's talk about the specific date of February 1st. In the spiritual calendar, this marks a transition from preparation to manifestation. The silent season you have endured was the winter of your soul. Roots grow deep in winter because they have to search for water. You have been growing roots while everyone else was looking at the surface, thinking you were stagnant. They looked at your life and saw nothing happening. They judged you by your harvest, not knowing you were in your planting season. But the season is changing. The ground is thawing, and what is about to spring forth will shock them. This is why the separation is necessary. The version of you that is emerging is a stranger to your past. The people who knew you as the struggling one, the listener, the doormat, or the always available friend do not have the clearance to access the sovereign, wealthy, and powerful version of you. You might be thinking, but I love them. They are my family, my oldest friends. I understand that pain. It is the most difficult part of the chosen one's journey. But you must realize that wealth acts as a magnifier. Money and success do not change you. They reveal you. And more importantly, your success will reveal the hearts of those around you. When you were on the same level, their envy was dormant. It was sleeping. But the moment you take a step up, that envy wakes up. It transforms into passive-aggressive comments, backhanded compliments, and subtle sabotage. You've changed, they will say. You think you're better than us now. These aren't just words. They are spiritual attacks designed to guilt you back into mediocrity. There is a psychological concept called the crab bucket theory. If you put a single crab in a bucket, it can easily climb out. But if you put a bunch of crabs in a bucket, the moment one tries to escape, the others will grab its legs and pull it back down. They don't pull it down because they want to escape. They pull it down because they don't want it to escape. This is the reality of your circle right now. You are the crab that has figured out how to climb. You have seen the light at the top of the bucket. And as you begin to pull yourself up this February, you will feel the tug on your legs. It won't feel like aggression at first. It will feel like concern. They will say, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or, "Don't get your hopes up," or "Rich people are greedy." They are projecting their limitations onto your potential. This brings us to the first major rule of this new season: aggressive silence. When the breakthrough hits, when the check clears, when the opportunity is signed, you must zip your lip. Do not post it on social media. Do not call your cousin to brag. Do not tell your best friend from high school. Silence is not about hiding. It is about incubating. In the early stages of wealth and power, your new reality is fragile. It is like a newborn baby. You wouldn't take a newborn baby into a crowded room full of sick people, would you? You protect it. Your new life is that baby. The bacteria of doubt, jealousy, and evil eye from others can infect your blessing before it has built up its immune system. I want you to pause for a second. Think about the last time you shared a big dream or a small win with someone and you immediately felt the energy drop. You saw a flicker in their eyes that wasn't happiness. You felt drained afterwards. That was your intuition warning you. If you can recall a moment like that, type "I choose discernment" in the comments below. It's time to trust that gut feeling. The reason you must leave them behind is not because you are arrogant, but because your frequencies no longer match. Everything in this universe is energy. Wealth is energy. Poverty is energy. Victimhood is energy. Sovereignty is energy. You cannot operate at the frequency of abundance while tethered to the frequency of scarcity. It creates a dissonance that will tear you apart. You are trying to fly an eagle's flight path with a pigeon's navigation system. It doesn't work. The pigeons will hate you for flying high, and you will hate yourself for flying low. The kindest thing you can do for yourself and for them is to love them from a distance. Let's look at the signs that it is time to cut the cord. The first sign is a lack of curiosity. When you start talking about ideas, growth, the future, and new concepts, do their eyes glaze over? Do they immediately steer the conversation back to gossip, complaints, or the past? People who are destined to stay behind are obsessed with the past or the problems of the present. People who are destined to rise are obsessed with the future and solutions. If you leave a conversation feeling exhausted rather than energized, that is a sign. Your energy is being harvested. You are a battery for their negativity. When you get rich, that drain becomes expensive. Your energy is your currency. You cannot afford to spend it on people who cannot give you a return on that investment. The second sign is competitive suffering. You know these people. If you have a headache, they have a tumor. If you had a bad day, they had a terrible year. They are addicted to being the victim because victimhood gets them attention. When you come to them with a victory, they have no script for that. They don't know how to celebrate because celebration requires a sense of abundance, and they are living in a mental prison of scarcity. When you get rich, you become a living mirror that reflects their lack of action. Your success insults their excuses. They will try to find flaws in your success to make themselves feel better. Oh, he just got lucky. Or she must have done something shady to get that money. You must leave them behind because you cannot build a castle on a foundation that is constantly trying to undermine you. Now, before I reveal the most dangerous type of person you need to avoid, I need to remind you to subscribe to the channel. We are building a community of high-value individuals who are ready to step into their power. If you are one of them, join us. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the guidance that is coming. The most dangerous person is not the open hater. The open hater is easy to spot. You can block them. The most dangerous person is the friendly drainer. This is the person who says they love you, who has been with you for years, but who subtly anchors you to your old identity. They use phrases like, "You've changed," as a weapon. They use emotional blackmail. "Remember when we used to," is their favorite sentence. They are in love with a version of you that no longer exists. They want the you that was broken because that you needed them. The wealthy, healed, powerful you doesn't need them, and that terrifies them. They will try to sabotage your growth unconsciously just to keep you needy. This is why you must be ruthless with your boundaries. Leaving them behind doesn't always mean a dramatic exit or a fight. In fact, the most powerful way to leave is the ghost exit. You simply stop engaging at the old level. You stop explaining yourself. You stop apologizing for your ambition. You become unavailable for low-vibration activities. You stop answering the phone when you know the conversation will be gossip. You slowly fade out of their reality and fade into your new one. You will notice that as you withdraw your energy, they will eventually stop reaching out. They will find a new energy source. Let them. There is a biblical principle here, regardless of your religious background, that holds profound psychological truth. Do not cast your pearls before swine. This sounds harsh, but let's decode it. Pearls are precious, formed through irritation and time, hidden in the deep. Swine, or pigs, have no concept of the value of a pearl. To them, it's just a rock. If you throw pearls at them, they will trample them into the mud and then turn and attack you because they thought you were feeding them food. Your dreams, your business ideas, your spiritual insights, these are your pearls. When you share them with people who have the consciousness of swine, people who only care about immediate gratification and base needs, they will trample your dreams, and then they will attack you for confusing them. Keep your pearls in your pocket. Show them the results, not the plans. As we approach February 1st, you will receive a download of ideas. You will feel a sudden urge to execute on a project, an investment, or a creative endeavor. This is the divine supply. It is the manna from heaven. But remember, the manna was given for that day. You have to act on it, and you have to act on it with discretion. The wealth that is coming is not just for you to buy a better car, it is for you to break generational curses. You are the cycle breaker of your bloodline. That is a heavy job. You cannot afford to be distracted by the noise of the peanut gallery. You might feel lonely at first. This is normal. It is the vacuum law of prosperity. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you clear out the clutter, the toxic friends, the dead-end relationships, the energy vampires, you create an empty space. That space might feel scary for a few weeks. You might sit in your apartment and feel the silence ringing in your ears. Do not panic. Do not rush to fill that space with just anyone. That space is being prepared for your new tribe. The people who are coming into your life are the ones who are running at your speed. They are the ones who will discuss empires, not people. They are the ones who will push you to be better, not beg you to stay the same. But they cannot enter until you clear the room. Imagine you are renovating a house. You cannot bring in the new luxury furniture while the old, moldy, broken furniture is still cluttering the living room. You have to throw it out. It might have sentimental value, but it is full of termites. February 1st is moving day. The dumpster is outside. It's time to start hauling out the old relationships that are rotting your foundation. This brings us to the concept of stewardship. God, or the universe, is the ultimate investor. An investor looks for a return. If the universe gives you a massive download of wealth and influence, and you squander it by letting small-minded people talk you out of it, or by giving it away to people who refuse to work, you are being a bad steward. You are proving that you cannot handle the next level. Protecting your energy is a form of worship. Protecting your vision is a form of gratitude. Saying no to others is often saying yes to your calling. There is a trap you must avoid, the savior complex. Many chosen ones have big hearts. We are empaths. We want to save everyone. We think, when I get rich, I'm going to fix everyone's problems. This is a noble thought, but it is a trap. You cannot save people who are addicted to their own suffering. You cannot help people who are not willing to help themselves. If you give money to someone with a poverty mindset, the money will disappear and they will come back for more, resenting you in the process. True help is modeling what is possible. Be the lighthouse. The lighthouse doesn't run around the beach looking for boats to save. It stands firm, shines its light, and lets the boats find their way. If you run around trying to save everyone, your light goes out, and then nobody gets saved. Stand firm, shine bright. Let them come to you if they are ready. If they are not, let them sail past. The wealth coming to you is purpose money. It is fuel for your mission. It is meant to give you the freedom to create, to inspire, and to lead. When you understand this, you realize that you have a fiduciary duty to your destiny to keep your circle tight. Look at the most successful people in the world. They have very small inner circles. They are friendly to many, but intimate with few. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. You have been treating access to your energy like it's a free public park. It's time to put up a gate. It's time to hire security. It's time to charge admission. Not in money, but in value, loyalty, and alignment. I want you to visualize your life 6 months from now. Imagine the bank account is full. Imagine your body is healthy. Imagine your mind is at peace. Now look at the people in that vision. Who is standing there with you? Is it the same people who are stressing you out today? Probably not. Your spirit already knows who makes the cut. You don't need me to tell you names. As you listen to this, faces are popping into your mind. You know who drains you. You know who doubts you. You know who is secretly competing with you. Trust that knowing. That is the Holy Spirit or your higher self, highlighting the weeds in your garden. The process of removal can be gradual. You don't have to call them and say, "I'm leaving you behind." You just stop feeding the dynamic. You become busy with your purpose. "Hey, want to come over and complain about our bosses?" "No, I can't. I'm working on my business." "Hey, want to go out and get wasted?" "No, I'm focusing on my health." Eventually, they will get the message. They will fall away naturally, like dead leaves falling off a tree in autumn. Do not try to glue the leaves back on. Let them fall. It is necessary for the new growth of spring. There is a specific danger for those over 35. We tend to feel that it's too late to make new friends. We cling to old friendships because we are afraid of being alone at this age. Let me tell you, that is a lie from the pit. Your best relationships are ahead of you. The relationships you formed in your 20s were often based on proximity, school, college, the first job. They were based on who was there, not who you are. The relationships you form now in your wealth season will be based on resonance. They will be based on shared values, shared vision, and shared maturity. These will be the strongest bonds of your life. But you have to be willing to walk through the hallway of solitude to get to the room of connection. The silent season you are in right now is God hiding you. He is hiding you from the enemy's radar until you are strong enough to fight. When you announce your plans prematurely, you alert the enemy. You alert the forces of resistance. When you move in silence, you strike without warning. You want your success to be a surprise attack on the world. You want to emerge fully formed, fully funded, and fully fortified. Let them wonder what you are doing. Let them gossip about your disappearance. Their confusion is your cover. As you step into February, treat it as a sacred threshold. Wake up on February 1st with a new mindset. I am a steward of great abundance. I am the guardian of my destiny. Look at your phone contacts. Look at your social media feed. Start the purge. Unfollow accounts that make you feel less than. Mute people who annoy you. Distance yourself from family members who are toxic. You can honor your parents and family without submitting to their abuse or limitations. Boundaries are the highest form of self-respect. The wealth that is coming is going to test your character more than your poverty ever did. Poverty tests your patience, wealth tests your integrity and your wisdom. The test is, can you remain humble in your heart while being elevated in your status? And can you remain strong enough to protect what you have been given? If you hand your power over to people who haven't done the work, you will lose it. It's that simple. You are being called to be a king or a queen in your own domain. Kings and queens do not seek validation from the court jester. They do not ask for permission from the peasants. They rule with benevolence, but they rule with authority. You must govern your life, govern your time, govern your resources. Stop acting like a servant in your own kingdom. This message is not for everyone. If you have listened this far, it is because you are one of the chosen. You feel the resonance in your bones. You know that you are meant for more. You know that you have outgrown your container. The plant has become too big for the pot. If you stay in this small pot, your roots will become bound and you will suffocate. You have to break the pot to grow. Breaking the pot means breaking the expectations of others. It means shattering the image they have of you. It is messy, it is loud, it is scary, but it is the only way to expand. The next few weeks are critical. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to coincidences. Pay attention to numbers. The universe is speaking to you. But above all, pay attention to who gets angry when you set a boundary. That is your confirmation. The person who respects you will respect your boundary. The person who was using you will get offended. Let their offense be their exit ticket. I want to leave you with a challenge. For the next 30 days, practice the art of strategic silence. Tell no one about your money moves. Tell no one about your spiritual insights. Keep it all between you and God. Journal it. Write it down. But do not speak it to unverified ears. Watch how your energy builds up. Watch how your focus sharpens. You are building a reservoir of power. When the dam finally breaks, the force of your success will be undeniable. You are ready. The waiting is over. The preparation is complete. The table is set in the presence of your enemies. But you don't have to sit with them. You eat, and then you move on. You are ascending. Don't look down. Don't look back. You're not going that way. If this message resonated with your spirit, I want you to declare it in the comments. Write, I am ready to walk in my purpose. Speak it into existence. And remember, the journey to the top is often lonely, but the view is worth it. And once you get there, you will find others who climbed the same mountain. That is where your true family is waiting. Now take a deep breath. Release the guilt, release the obligation, release the fear of being misunderstood. You are free, you are chosen, you are wealthy. Walk in it. Before you go, make sure you have liked this video and subscribe to the channel. We are creating a movement of conscious, powerful individuals. Share this video with one person, just one, who you know is also on this path. Do not share it with the ones who won't get it. Share it with a fellow traveler. God bless you. Your time is now. February 1st is the beginning. Be ready. But being ready does not mean being fearless. It means being willing to act despite the terror of the unknown. You see, there is a secret about this transition that very few teachers talk about, and I need to share it with you now, because without this knowledge, you might mistake your progress for failure. When you finally decide to walk away from the old version of yourself, the old reality does not just politely wave goodbye, it fights back. This is what we call the extinction burst in psychology, or in spiritual terms, the testing of the threshold. Just as you commit to this new path of abundance and silence starting February 1st, you may notice that chaos suddenly erupts around you. The car breaks down, an unexpected bill arrives, a dormant argument with a spouse flares up out of nowhere. Your old habits, the ones you thought you conquered, will scream for attention with an intensity you haven't felt in years. Do not panic. This is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. It is the exact opposite. It is the undeniable confirmation that you have disturbed the status quo. Physics dictates that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Your massive internal shift is creating a shockwave in your external reality. The universe is asking you, are you sure? Do you really want this sovereignty, or are you just playing pretend? Most people retreat here. They see the chaos. They interpret it as bad luck or a bad omen, and they scurry back to the safety of their small, predictable, miserable lives. But you, the chosen, you will stand firm. You will look at the chaos and smile, because you know it is simply the dust rising as you sweep your house clean. Let's go deeper into the science of why this happens, so your logical mind can work in harmony with your spiritual heart. Your brain is designed for efficiency, not happiness. It utilizes the reticular activating system to filter out anything that doesn't match your current beliefs. For decades, your belief system has been tuned to struggle, scarcity, and people-pleasing. You have literally wired your neural pathways to seek out validation and to expect disappointment. When you start practicing strategic silence and declaring your wealth, you are creating a neurological dissonance. Your brain thinks you are in danger because you are entering uncharted territory. It floods your body with cortisol, trying to force you back to the familiar. That anxiety you feel, that heart palpitations, that sudden wave of imposter syndrome, it is just biology trying to protect you from the unknown. But you are the master of your biology, not its slave. So how do you navigate this turbulence? You need an anchor. Over these next few weeks, while you are practicing silence, you must also practice active rewiring. This brings us to a concept I want you to integrate immediately. It is called the identity gap. Right now, there is a gap between who you are currently, let's call him the seeker, and who you are becoming, the sovereign. The seeker asks for things. The sovereign commands them. The seeker hopes for a good month. The sovereign creates a prosperous era. To bridge this gap, you must stop reacting to your 3D reality and start responding from your 4D vision. Here is a practical scenario. Let's say you receive a disrespectful email from a coworker or a client. The seeker, your old self, would immediately feel a spike of adrenaline, perhaps fear of losing the job or anger, and would rush to defend themselves, explaining, justifying, oversharing. But the sovereign, your new self, pauses. The sovereign knows that their value is not determined by this email. The sovereign practices strategic silence. You wait, you breathe. You do not reply immediately. You let the energy settle. When you do reply, it is brief, professional, and devoid of emotional leakage. You have just conserved your power. You have just passed a test. Every time you do this, you are literally growing new gray matter in your prefrontal cortex. You are physically changing your brain to accommodate your new level of success. This brings me to a delicate subject that we touched upon, but must explore further: the loneliness of the ascent. As you change your frequency, you become invisible to those vibrating at a lower level, or worse, you become an irritant to them. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a good mood, high on life, full of gratitude, a miserable person will try to pick a fight with you? It is not personal, it is energetic. Your light irritates their demons. Your silence is louder than their noise. As you walk into this new season, you will find that you have less and less to talk about with your old drinking buddies or the neighbors who only complain about the weather and politics. The conversation will feel dry, heavy, and exhausting. You might feel a pang of guilt. Am I being arrogant? Am I thinking I'm better than them? Let me clear this up for you right now. Ascension is not about being better than anyone. It is about being true to yourself. If you shrink yourself to fit into their conversations, you are lying. You are dimming your light to make them comfortable in their darkness. That is a sin against your own potential. You must be willing to walk alone for a season. The eagle does not fly in a flock. It flies alone or with a mate. The pigeon flies in a flock. You are realizing you are an eagle who has been trying to coo like a pigeon for 30 years. It is time to soar. And yes, the air is thinner up there. It is colder. But the view is infinite. I want to give you a specific tool to manage this transition with your family and close friends, because this is where it hurts the most. It is called the benevolent detach method. You love them, but you detach from their outcomes. You stop trying to save them. You stop trying to wake them up. You stop preaching to them about the spiritual videos you watch. You simply become the example. You become happy. You become wealthy. You become peaceful. Eventually, one of two things will happen. They will either be inspired by your transformation and ask you, "What are you doing differently?" In which case, the door is open to share. Or they will drift away naturally without a fight, simply because there is no longer a magnetic match. Let them go with love. Do not hold on to dead energy. Now let's talk about the money. The wealth that is coming to you is not just paper and numbers. It is energy looking for a container. If your container is cracked by fear, guilt, or a poverty mindset, the money will flow in and leak right out. We see this all the time with lottery winners who go broke in 3 years. They had the money, but they didn't have the consciousness. You are building the consciousness first. That is why this period of silence is so critical. You are sealing the cracks in your vessel. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.